Welcome, everyone, to That Kind of Nerds podcast, a weekly show that tells you what is going on in the nerdy world. I am a fully healthy CJ Mellon, joined by Josh Burns and Brian Thornton.
What up?
I think I owe a sincere apology, but a huge thank you to all of you last week for dealing with my voice. Won't happen again.
And my moderation. Did Josh say his patented what up?
He
I missed it.
He started it on our end, but I did hear it.
Josh, if you could please say what up again. I didn't hear it.
What up?
All right. There we go. Okay.
All
I can feel better about my life.
Yes, and Brian, thank you so much for moderating.
Oh, no, it was awful.
It was, but you tried, and you get a sticker for that.
Wow. That's mean. Normally I'm better at it, but you gave me 10 minutes notice.
That's true.
Thanks, buddy.
That's true. All right.
Dick.
Well, let's just do this. Let's just get into this. Let's make up for last week, and let's talk about the world of comics. See what's affecting TV, see what's affecting movies, but most of all, how is it affecting Brian? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Cape Talk.
Cape Talk.
All right, this is light and breezy. The first phases of the MCU now have an official name. So we've just referred to these things as phases: phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. I don't know what phase we're actually on anymore.
We're actually going into phase 4.
We're going into phase 4?
Well, yeah, but that's called Toyotathon. It's phase 4.
That was solid. So Kevin Feige, who, by the way, has been just on a press tour recently, just actually like giving interviews and talking about what's going on with Marvel, is now calling this half, everything pre-snap, as the Infinity Saga. So just kind of a way to wrap up the fact that this is ending, right? That the Marvel stories that we are so used to and the way that they're being told is coming to an end, and it ties back to the comic books themselves, knowing that there's
everything
sagas,
including
like
Endgame.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, everything including Endgame
is the Infinity Saga.
Yes.
That makes sense.
I mean,
because
it loosely,
Infinity Stones.
It loosely makes sense. Like, they didn't bring the Thanos stuff in until Thor.
No, but they were laying things as in like the Infinity Stones were appearing in every movie from the beginning.
I think it started with Thor.
It started with Captain America.
Yeah.
Oh, the Tesseract.
The Tesseract. Yeah.
That still was four or five movies in. How many movies in?
Oh, if you're including Incredible Hulk, 5.
Right. Okay. I'm just
Okay.
saying.
Yeah, but there's like what 22 films.
25.
No. It took them a while to like figure out what they were doing. But
Right.
when they figured out what they were going to do, they just stuck to it. Clearly,
Right.
they didn't waver. They didn't change things, take mustaches off faces, or reshoot anything. Like
They
terribly.
did change Rhodey.
They did.
Okay, that's fine. But that
And
wasn't
Black
about-
Widow's hair has changed more times than I can count.
And so has
Yeah,
Thanos.
also-
Thanos' design has changed.
Yes,
several
and
times
we've had 42 Iron Man suits, and then some.
Well, that's okay. That's different.
Kevin,
Well, that's changing.
Those are upgrades.
Kevin Feige gave a statement that says, "We wanted to bring a conclusion to a series of movies in a way that's never been done before. Harry Potter had an ending because there were only so many books. Lord of the Rings too. But we thought 22 movies in, wouldn't it be fun if we gave some finality to the storyline?
Just another
Yeah,
way of
it's so
saying
much fun.
we're killing off everyone you love.
Take everything you know and throw it away, because we're probably going to start over."
We're rebooting, but with different people.
In a good way, though, right? In a good way, right?
Well, no,
It's
there's
not a
not a good
reboot.
way. There's not going to be any Iron Man. There's not going to be any Captain America. There's. I think the only thing we end up with is Hulk and Thor and Black Panther. Obviously, Captain Marvel.
There won't be any Thor.
There won't be any Thor.
They're going to be Thor
No.
like spurts. Like I make like a Thor movie every 3 years.
How would you not have Thor?
What do you mean?
How is he going to die?
He's not going to die. He's going to have to rebuild Asgard in space somewhere. So.
In space. Pretty good. So Avengers Endgame is out April 26th. We're obviously going to talk about that movie in depth on our Patreon feed, so definitely stay tuned for that. And hey, nice to see Kevin Feige's like, hey, we're 22 movies in. Maybe we should think about how we wrap it up. But okay. So speaking of Marvel, though, I saw this headline and was like, tell me more. You can earn $1,000 by binge watching all 20 Marvel movies. And the reason I'm saying all 20 is they're all the ones that are officially released out on Blu-ray and DVD and the ways that you can actually buy that. So no,
I've basically already done that this year. Where's my money?
right? Isn't that the way that you would like to happen? So a website,
Binge watch meaning you gotta do it inside of like a weekend.
so cabletv.com will pay you
no problem.
$1,000 to binge watch all 20 previously released Marvel movies in the MCU back to back to back to back to back 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 back.
Yeah, no problem.
Right. The prize also includes tons of MCU prizes, such as some the Blu-rays and a marathon survival kit. Here's the catch, Josh. This is why you're like, no big deal. The website says that they want to hire an active, outgoing social media personality who is also a Marvel fanatic, so that way they can actually live tweet their MCU marathon experience while tagging cabletv.com. Once the marathon is complete, you can go ahead and take your stuff away.
Well, I mean, I'll hashtag whatever every time I start a movie, but like, do I have to live tweet my entire
Yeah,
experience?
you gotta be like, oh my gosh, that hit that Iron Man just took. Oh Lord.
So to apply for this quote unquote job, you have to fill out an application with 200 words making your case, and they want fun, articulate voices. And you must be able to include your level of Marvel expertise and the
If it has
social
201 words, don't even bring that shit to
don't
me.
even bother with it. So sorry, but if anyone wants to, if anyone's got the credentials, go for it.
Good God.
I know I've done this. I have already done this, but just not in like one weekend, one sitting. But like I've done this. But I mean, I would love to earn just a.
I feel like I would get so engrossed in the movies, I would forget to.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I like. Right. I like if Laura and the kids weren't home, I'd get a soda and a sandwich, and I'd stay there until I saw that fucking sailboat.
So here's my question, and someone break out the calculator and do the math. I'm getting $1,000, right, to watch 20 movies. How much am I being paid per hour? Like how much?
Well, if each movie averages about 2.5 hours each,
Sure.
that's 50 hours, $20 an hour.
I mean,
to watch movies.
it's not terrible.
No.
All right.
But like, if I have to participate in social media, then it's not worth
Must
it.
be the social media in order to qualify.
Yeah, and that's assuming you don't need to pause to do your social media posts or potty breaks or lunch
Remember,
breaks.
Well,
stuff
I mean,
like that.
how are they going to know?
You're live streaming.
you-
Remember, you're live streaming the thing.
What do you mean you're live
I
streaming?
get that you're not live streaming, you're live tweeting, which is legit. Like I'm typing 140 or 250 characters every time something happens.
Yeah, and what are we
Not-
talking about? Like,
your question was how much are you getting paid per hour? I'm saying those things could add to the amount of hours it takes.
but live tweeting, you don't need to stop with the movie to live tweet. Like, you could shit 2 rooms over with the movie still on.
No, I need to see everything.
But you have.
But every time I watch it, I need to see it all again.
Like, you've seen these movies umpteen times. You're telling me you're not, like, just flipping through Reddit when they're on.
9 times out of 10, no.
Jesus.
Depends on the
I mean, I
movie,
couldn't-
right? I'm probably gonna be on Reddit during the Incredible. See, Thor: Dark World, Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Iron
them
Man
that
3,
yeah,
I'm just
that
not
I
gonna do
that are
anything.
just background noise, and that's
Yeah.
fine. But like, I already know everything that happened in those movies. There's nothing I'm gonna miss, and there's probably no movies right now other than maybe like Civil War, Infinity War. Yeah, there are very few movies of the first Iron Man that I'm just watching,
Right.
just watching. Like everything else is just, I get it. I know what happened. I've seen them all 8 times. It's fine.
Well, if you qualify for the criteria, number 1, do us a favor. Hi, talk to us if you're like that good on social media. Hey, how you doing? Number 2, I'm just curious to hear what you think about this as a quote unquote job, like a gig essentially. Just curious to hear what you think about it. All right, it is now time to talk about the world of TV and movies in a segment that we call Screen to Stream. Now, listener, if you haven't seen the 3 trailers we're about to talk about, pull over in your car. Just pull over to the side of the road safely in a safe area. Check your show notes. Go ahead and watch this. If you're walking, do me a favor. Go to the neighbor's grass who has the nicest grass, just the nicest plush green, right? Sit down on that. And then ruin a spot on their lawn while you watch these trailers. All right. Then when you're done, in your car, safely go back on the road. And if you are on a patch of grass, get up and just run. Just run away like something happened and don't say anything. Don't look back. Right. Now that that's done, you've scared some people. Let's talk about some trailers. Stranger Things 3 gave us a full-length trailer, and it makes me realize one thing. I came around on Steve like real fast. Like I love that guy.
Steve's great.
I used to
Who doesn't
hate
love
that guy in
Steve?
season 1. Season 1, like fuck Steve.
Well, you hated him, but then like at the end of season 1, he became a good guy.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, but you hated him up to that point, right? He was just trying to get in what's-her-name's pants and didn't care about much else.
And I love his relationship with Dustin.
The actual, and that was my favorite part of the trailer, was the end of the trailer. And his coworker, like, how many kids are you friends with?
Yeah. Looks real good. We got a lot of monsters in there too. Some new,
Got a new monster.
some new Demi Morgan stuff.
Looks pretty badass.
Yeah, looking absolutely crazy. And Will is obviously still having stuff.
Those kids just sprouted up. Like,
Finn Wolfhard just jumped like.
I really hope he filmed all of his scenes for the second.
I was gonna say,
because he does not look
This is one of those things when you hire kid actors, you don't know who's gonna grow in what order and how. But
Well, he's getting like actual roles.
yes.
Yeah, and they all did sprout. The welcome home scene was hilarious. My only problem with this trailer was when you open with Motley Crue's Home Sweet Home, which was like 1985, like Theater of Pain record, I think. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. When you open with that on a period piece that is based in the mid 80s, you can't then transition to a 1971 song from The Who.
Sure you can.
Like no, you can't. Baba O'Reilly had no relevance in the 80s.
It has nothing to do with the 80s. It has to do with the kids. They're now teenagers.
I would go along with this. I understand your point, Brian, saying this is what the kids will listen to and the music is about what the kids are. However, Josh brings up the better point of there are 80 songs that they probably liked a little bit better for it. Now, it didn't bother me. I don't really think that was a big concern. It's like that's a little too nitpicky. Like some people are like, the show takes place in 1987, but yet I heard a song from 1989. I mean, okay, it's a trailer. I don't really care. Music doesn't normally take me out of the movie that way when it comes to that.
It was a continuity problem. I thought you'd be all over it.
I don't know the years of music being released, so like I can't spot the problem because I don't know the problem exists. But now that you've shown it to me,
Who was it was like 74. It ended up being 71. So like, and look, Baba O'Reilly didn't come back into like relevance until the early to mid 2000s, and that was really about CSI,
right?
Like reintroducing the Who to the mainstream.
Yeah,
and I guess classic rock true believers will say the Who never went out of vogue. However, come on, nobody in the mid 80s. I had no idea who the Who was in the 80s.
The Who?
That's right.
Okay. Music aside, Josh, though, what did you think about the actual trailer itself, the monsters, a little bit of the story that we saw?
Oh, the trailer was fantastic, dude. It was, yeah. I mean, it looks scary as hell, like they normally do. It looks like they're continuing to develop every character, not just the ones that are perceived to be the popular ones or whatever. It looks like everybody's involved. So I was fine with the trailer. I have no complaints except for Teenage Wildlife by David Bowie.
Googling what year it came out.
It was 1980.
I love the trailer. I'm extremely excited. Think it looks badass. Think 11 looks badass with her really bright blue, like very 80s jacket and her like Punky Brewster ponytail. I like the Sheriff Dumpster Fire's Magnum PI look. He's looking mighty clean. Yeah, I think it's going to be awesome. I'm excited. I'm super excited for this.
I thought there was one line in there that was really nice, which Sheriff Dumpster Fire says, I want you to feel safe in the town. I want you to feel safe here. That like you can live here. And I was like,
Nobody does.
But also, thank you for addressing the fact that if like anyone else was in that town, we'd be like, we're fucking moving, right? We're all out of here. Like we're all fucking out. But
the fact that anybody stayed behind is ridiculous.
Right.
And you've got is it Carrie Elways is like the new
yes, he's the mayor, right? Running for
he's the, and you've got I saw a very scary looking Jake Busey in there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
And then there's a guy stalking around with a gun with a silencer on it.
Looks good.
What is happening? I mean, I can't wait to see it. It's going to be awesome.
Shit is going down. While we're talking about Netflix, by the way, you guys should
the Motley
watch
Crue movie released today.
No, you guys should watch Love, Death, and Robots.
I've heard good things.
It's good things, very interesting. It's like an animated sci-fi Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just-
it already sounds like something I might watch.
18 episodes, short little vignettes, really contained stories. Some of them are really freaking like interesting, and the animation is gorgeous. And the episodes range anywhere between like 7 minutes long and 20 minutes long. You can bang it out inside of a night, 2 nights tops. But it's very enjoyable.
I'll tell you what else looks gorgeous. Motley Crue in the mid '80s, and there's a movie about them. It released today on Netflix.
Yeah, I believe we
Also,
talked about it.
I watched the first 2 episodes of Turn Up Charlie. I will be watching the rest of season.
Oh, how
1. I
is
know-
so far?
Yeah. So we talked about it last week, right?
I think it was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. So it's entertaining. It's already a little bit heartwarming. And there's a little bit of like, when I was like, these people would never select this guy, he was actually like a summer one-hit wonder guy.
Okay.
And stayed on the scene for a while, so it justifies his position plus his friendship with the guy. So
So things are explained.
The story makes more sense than the trailer did.
Okay, that's good.
And Brian, we haven't quite seen this story.
I learned that Idris Elba is a real life DJ, so now I'm more interested in seeing the show.
You should check it out. The first 2 episodes were money. I liked it a lot.
I will after I'm done with my rewatch of Game of Thrones.
Well, let's talk about something that was also really, really good, and that was the trailer for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Quentin Tarantino's 9th film.
Really? I have more questions than anything.
Fine, and we can discuss that. Here's my take on it. I like what I saw. I loved the Bruce Lee stuff. That was the actor playing Bruce Lee. Looks like he's got that down. I am thinking this. The impression I got from the trailer, and nothing else, just my wild thought of the trailer was this is kind of going to be a revisionist history, kind of like Inglourious Bastards, where I don't think Sharon Tate dies. I think that we get to kill Charles Manson before he does anything crazy. So I just knowing how Tarantino works, that's what I think would happen. I'm not holding on to that theory, so if it doesn't happen, I won't be mad. But that's just kind of what I got from just looking at everything going on.
Yeah, all right. I accept your history revision theory, and it makes me not have as many questions.
We have a really, really, really amazing cast that includes uncasted, like names not listed for Kurt Russell, Tim Roth, James Marsden, James Remar. Like there's some Michael Madsen. I mean, obviously he's going to be in this movie, Zoe Bell, but like knowing what Tarantino does with these folks, these should be some pretty solid cameos. Yeah. Give me all the Quentin Tarantino. Fuck's sake, all of it.
Did you guys, while we're talking about trailers, by the way, I keep changing the subject. Sorry.
Yeah, you do. Go ahead.
Did you guys see the new John Wick Parabellum trailer?
I did not, only because I am an idiot and I haven't seen John Wick.
You haven't seen any John Wick movies?
I haven't seen any of the John Wick movies.
Josh,
They were on my list of things I need to watch.
Jesus.
Did you watch the new one?
No, I haven't watched any trailers the last 2 days, so no, I'll get around to it. Who is the guy playing the Bruce Lee character? And is it
Mike Moe? I found him.
And it is supposed to be Bruce Lee?
It is supposed to be Bruce Lee. He's listed on IMDb as Bruce Lee. But the actor's name is Mike Moe. He looks like he was in Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li as Ryu, I believe. Hang on, I'm double checking.
Yeah, he was Ryu.
He was Ryu in that.
Assassin's Fist, he was Ryu.
Yep.
He had the mannerisms and the subtle, just everything that was very subtle about Bruce Lee when he performed or talked.
Yeah.
Just nailed. Just had it.
But Brad Pitt went all Aldo Rain on him. The number one thing about fighting in a basement is you're fighting in a basement. Like he went all, you know what I mean? He went all preaching.
Accidentally kill you. Of course you'll be arrested. That's called
manslaughter.
It's called manslaughter. Just losing my shit.
Oh yeah,
over that one line already.
This is classic
it's
Tarantino.
So good.
Yeah, it's
and I was very shocked to see. I didn't see anyone get dismembered. I didn't see any blood raining out on the trailer. So
Hollywood.
cool.
You're probably not going to see a whole lot of that.
Well, that's why I'm hoping for the revisionist history of killing Manson, and I'm going to get that scene. It's going to feel really good. Brian, you said you had questions, but some of my comments have cleared them up. Just what were you talking about?
I just watched the trailer and I was like, I thought this was about Manson. Why am I watching like Margot Robbie dance around like an Indiegogo dancer? Like, I was confused, but you've cleared it up if it is what you think it is.
It's a Kansas City shuffle, man. While you're looking left, they go right.
And the final trailer for this week was the one that left me with a little bit of depression and realizing that I am going to have a hole in my heart someday. Toy Story 4 came out. First off, looks really good. I need to address one thing, though, immediately. Did they just retcon the way that Andy looked? Did they just completely change the way that Andy looked from Toy Story 1 to now? And I get animation has progressed, and he can't look like that at the end, but wow, that was just... I had a hard time with that. My brain was like, "Who the fuck is that?" Oh, it's Andy. All right. Other than that, looked really good.
This is like Toy Story Fury Road.
Woody is either going to die or can just live with Bo Peep in the abandoned thing.
The abandoned thing. Like, I think they're in like a carnival.
Carnival that they're at. I don't know what they are, but wherever they are, he's just going to live with Bo Peep and ride off into the sunset. Maybe we literally see him ride off into the sunset. But the Woody story, like this is the Infinity War for Toy Story. No one at the end is going to be around from the original cast. It's going to be all new. Forkies everywhere.
I mean, it's fine. It's Toy Story. I'm going to see it. I don't care that much.
I'm going to cry.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to look forward to crying my eyes out in June. What is it? Like June, 22nd, 26th, something like that.
21st.
21st. I was close.
Now, I know the opinion that I have about, I really like this trailer was not the opinion I saw across everywhere from everyone I talked to. So did anyone not get any good feelings? Did anyone not feel this was a good trailer?
No,
or I
just
felt like rose-colored glasses on this one?
I wasn't crying, but like my emotions.
Yeah, my emotions, the feels. Like the thing I got when I looked at Up. Or like, or the one I got from, what was the one with the actual emotions? Inside Out. Like watching the trailer from Inside Out. That's kind of what I felt just watching this trailer. But am I off base? I know Brian's agreeing with me. Josh, you've been pretty quiet about that.
I just didn't care.
Okay.
I think I agree with you because I was a kid when the first one came out.
Yeah, here's the thing. Toy Story 3 really wrapped a lot up.
Yeah, I was good. I was good with Toy Story 3. I was good with the toys being transferred to Bonnie. Like I cried, with the Andy thing. I don't need more Toy Story. I just don't.
There's also a lot of existential questions going on in this trailer of like, well, why am I a toy? I'm just a fork with googly eyes. What makes me a toy? Why am I alive? Plus, we also had Woody just going, I don't know what it means to be a toy anymore either. There's only so much love I can give, and what if I don't? What happens when there's no more love? What do I do? I'm just sitting there going, I don't want to. What happened? But this was just But we've always had existential crisis. I thought we wrapped this up in the last movie. But okay, like I'll cry. I'm still going. But okay, this got really heavy, really quick.
Where's the kid with the lighter? Let's bring him out.
Oh,
get Sid back.
He's a trash can. He's a trash man now.
He's not a trash can. He's a trash man.
He may also be a trash can.
Let's bring Sid out and his lighter and his magnifying glass. Let's go to work a little bit.
All right. Well, listener, again, just let us know what you thought about the trailers that we talked about and all the stuff that we've thrown out so far, because I want to talk about something really cool coming to Netflix. I'm just going to cut that out because that was dumb. All right, the next topic here is going on about Netflix. We did a exclusive spoiler cast of the interactive Netflix show episode. Bandersnatch from Black Mirror. Brian and I did that. And it was fun because it was a choose your own adventure on the Netflix platform. I had a lot of fun with it. I think we enjoyed the overall experience, right, Brian?
What up? Oh, I'm sorry. No, indeed.
So Netflix next interactive show is going to be called You versus Wild with Bear Grylls, which, by the way, I didn't know Bear Grylls was still chilling around making stuff.
Wait. Am I going to have to drink my own piss?
No. See, that's the thing is I imagine everyone just suggesting he drink his own piss.
If it could be like Ed TV where like you just make him do shit.
It's gonna be like the Beacon in Hunger Games, and I'm gonna drop him my piss. And then I'm gonna say, drink that piss.
I don't think it's that interactive, Josh. I don't think you get to
All I've been
physically
eating is
send Bear Grylls
asparagus
stuff.
and celery. Drink that.
That works. That works at all. I don't think you know how Netflix works.
I don't know. It sounds like it says right here. The twist is that viewers will be able to choose Grylls' decisions in each episode and see how they play out, presumably in a safe manner that doesn't involve Grylls failing to survive in the wilderness should he choose poorly, or should users choose poorly. But again, it's going to be a lot of me going, hey, I saw a cricket. Find that cricket.
It doesn't give you like that level
Stick
of detail.
your head in that crocodile's mouth.
No, I don't. I believe that it does. You have a stick. Sharpen it more. Sharpen the stick. Wait.
You actually get a live feed of Bear Grylls. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
You get to talk to him in his ear?
Bear. I saw a salmon. Catch it with your bare hands.
But then if it takes him 20 minutes to catch the salmon, you have to sit there for 20 minutes watching him catch the salmon. You can't fast forward.
Bear.
No jump cuts.
You don't actually have bare hands. I need you to chop hands off a bear. And use
Bear's
them
just a
to
name, man. It's not your identity.
Use them to slap salmon around.
Here's the thing with this. Just like we talked about with Bandersnatch, how much footage they filmed for the episodes and how deep down the rabbit hole you can go. They had to put Bear Grylls in scenarios and be like, hey, we're going to give you the option to either drink the piss or drink the lizard blood, so need you to do both, if you don't mind.
That's right.
Like, so he's going to have to
Either
be like,
way, you're
"You know
drinking
what?
piss,
Fine.
buddy."
You know what? All right, listen, they said to jump off that cliff, which means you will get hypothermia. Do it now. Okay, that's good. Heat up and go back up there again, and then this time we're going to make you jump and almost break your leg. Okay, go.
Oh, we said almost.
Don't actually do it.
It's a controlled burn.
I don't know why, but never mind.
Everything's fine. It's either your piss or Josh is sending you his piss. And he's eating nothing but asparagus and celery. So maybe just drink your own. It's probably not going to be that much of it.
I hope really at the end of the day it's not as dark as Bandersnatch is, because I really think it's going to be like, kill that man.
Have you
Eat him.
never
Wear
watched
skin.
Man vs. Wild?
I love Man
Your
vs.
choices
Wild.
turn Bear Grylls into a cannibal.
It's not going to be dark. It's going to be funny. It's going to be, does he tell a joke about drinking the piss, or does he just piss in the snow and make a snow cone?
I don't know, but he's going to remind me that he climbed Mount Everest at least 6 times.
Well, that's his job.
He's going to let me know that he's done that. And think about this. If there's a choice of do something normal and do something disgusting, whether if not you choose to do normal, he still filmed the disgusting. Just want you to know that the damage is already done.
I understand. I'm never gonna watch this. I'm never gonna watch.
Oh, really? Oh, dude, I'm down for this.
This is really dumb, dude.
I don't watch shows that crowdsource their endings. Just be creative.
I'm good for it.
You figure it out. I'm here to watch. Like, I don't want to decide.
I do. I want to be the decider.
It's like those restaurants where I make my own meal. What the hell is that shit?
You should make a show then, CJ. You could be the decider.
I'm pretty sure there already is a show called The Decider.
Quiet. Don't rain on our parade. Also, just in case this campaign hasn't picked up in a while, Aaron Paul for Ghostwriter. Just saying that. Just need to drop that out now. Joshua Burns, you suggested this topic of the Theranos documentary on HBO.
Yeah, I've been wanting to watch this. I have not, but I've been wanting to.
This shit is crazy. Like, this person was hailed as like the next Steve Jobs. She was on the cutting edge of healthcare technology, specifically diagnostic healthcare technology, with an idea that never worked. But she got investors to contribute gajillions of dollars.
And just to kind of give you a little context, and this is going to be super high level and very general and probably not technically accurate, but go along with me. The idea really was kind of like, the 23andMe and all those companies where you spit into a tube and it tells you, here's your genealogy. This is going to be like,
yeah, it was a blood test.
Give us a little bit of
machine.
blood, and then we'll tell you everything that's wrong with you. And it's like,
Right.
we're doing it with fractions of the amount of the blood that you would normally need
in your home.
In your home. It's going to change the world. And there's a lot of real research surrounding that. And this lady was just bullshitting the entire time.
She built a black box that had no operating system,
Right.
and got investors to contribute gajillions of dollars.
I would think of it kind of as the Friar Festival. There's, again, 2 groups of people, again, doing different
Well,
work.
that had Ja Rule.
It did. But one group that is doing the actual science, right, and going, this isn't working, but we're really going to try, and the other one marketing going, it fucking works. Don't listen to those assholes in the white coats. They don't know. They work on tile all day, Josh. We work on carpet. No. Listen to us. It is extremely interesting.
Look, I suggested this because it is getting some attention on social media, and obviously it's an HBO documentary, so it's popular. Laura listened to a podcast all about this topic. I mean, she'll watch the documentary when it comes out. She is highly annoyed by this chick's voice.
Oh, yeah, she does.
And also, apparently, that is not her voice.
No, it's a front. This woman's a total con.
It's a front. She's a complete con artist. Unreal.
But even and when Josh said, "Oh, she was hailed as the next Steve Jobs," she even wore the fucking turtlenecks.
Black turtleneck. I'm not gonna watch this either.
I will probably watch this. I like documentaries, and I've been very interested in Theranos from its conception all the way to watching it just fall into a bit of fire.
When does it drop?
Should have already.
I think it did. I think it was the 19th.
Yeah. I
think it already has. Definitely check it out.
I'm gonna watch it tomorrow.
And then, Josh, this was also you. Jordan Peele's Us. It's worth seeing again and again and again. That's not a topic I would expect you to recommend to us.
I put it in there just so I can go, nope. But for those of our listeners who do enjoy this genre, apparently Jordan Peele is prodigious.
Yeah, everything I've read from people who got to see this movie already are just saying, holy shit, what a change in the genre, but flawless execution, and just like it's a real tough act to follow for anyone else who's going to try to make anything in this vein. It's going to constantly be compared to it. And also, what a great sophomore release for Jordan Peele. Get Out,
especially when you consider how popular Get Out was.
Just the fact that he hit lightning in a bottle not once, not twice, but even looks like a third time now with the Twilight Zone. The man can do anything and really can't seem to do any wrong. And I'm excited to watch that journey, but I will never see this movie. I'm freaked out from the fucking trailer. I can't see it.
I want to read a sentence or so from this review, and it says, for most of its 2-hour running time, Us is a straightforward but effective piece of horror, a bloody siege with a supernatural element that functions as a broad metaphor. The tethered are others in every sense of the word. They present as opposites, as alien trespassers. I don't want to have anything to do with it. Like, I don't want anybody that looks like it'd be Zoe crawling across the ceiling.
Yeah.
And I don't
100%.
I don't want any of that or crazy eyes from anybody. I don't want anybody looking like my wife, but being a murderer. I'm good.
But Josh, who's the real people? Is it you or the people invading your home?
It's me.
I'm sentient enough. It is I.
But are you? Do you even know who you is?
Yeah, who you is?
I gotta tell you, bro. I mean, often imitated, never duplicated.
And Josh, to bring back an earlier topic, who are you? Who?
Oh man.
That's not
That's
the
a
same
CJ
song.
joke. I'm sorry.
Not the same song.
It's a CJ joke. We talked about the Who.
Is that what it sounds like when I make jokes? That hurt.
Yeah, it sounds exactly like that.
It does. That delivery too. It's pretty CJ. Yeah. Indubitably. Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for my favorite hobby, which is, of course, going around the internet, finding the weird, finding the obscure, and then I ask these two gentlemen for a tech perspective. And we're just going to go right into this one. Google has announced a brand... No, one of these days I'll get through the intro before you cut off. I had to explain this to somebody once.
Tech perspective.
I had to explain to somebody, just a fun story. Someone just started listening to our show. Someone was like, "Hey, should I listen to this?" Yeah, check it out. And then they didn't go to intro. They just started to listen. And like, why does he interrupt you in the middle of a sentence? And I'm like, it's just a thing. Just let it happen, okay? So for the new listener, hello, and this is what I'm talking about. It's every single week, okay? You're just gonna have to get used to it. Not only will you get used to it, you will crave it.
I interrupt you in the middle of a lot of sentences. You just edit around it.
Very true. So Google has announced a new gaming platform called Stadia. I have a little summary, really, of what's going on, and I'll kind of dive into this a little bit deeper, just a little bit, because we're not a gaming podcast per se, but this is really interesting tech perspective-wise.
Didn't they do the Ouya already? Didn't that fail miserably?
That was not them.
Okay.
That was running Android, but that was not Google. So here are the basics. The only hardware that Google is releasing is a controller. There will be a Play Now button on YouTube that will allow people to just jump right into games. It is playable on a PC, on a tablet, on phones. It will be available in this year in the UK, US, Canada, and most of Europe. Here's the basic crux of it. It is a new gaming, I would say console, but there's no console. The console is on a Google server.
No, I'm already liking it.
It's like the Netflix of gaming. You just get into the service and you're good to go. But here's what we don't know. How much will it cost? What games will be available? And what's the deal with like your internet speed? Like how much does that contribute into your actual gameplay experience?
Oh, come on. That's going to mean everything.
This is dumb.
Look, I don't think it's dumb. I think actually CJ's premise, his whole premise for suggesting the topic was that this is probably not the thing that wins, but the gateway to the thing that does. And for me, anything you can do to eliminate console gaming and make things more app-based and streaming, I've been saying this now. How long have we've been recording? 4 years?
3 or 4 years? Yeah.
Yeah, I've been saying it forever. Like, let's say 75% of the console games, including the iconic releases, were available for $20 a month. Would you pay for it?
You're not going to be able to get the same kind of power.
All right, and I'm going to stop arguing. Just stop arguing and answer my question.
Right. That's not what we're talking about, though. We're not talking about Google's actual take on it.
If you accept the premise of my question,
yes,
would you pay $20 a month?
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Here's the thing with this, Brian, because you're absolutely right. Here's my premise. As we know, Google has, let me count. Hold on. 7 million chat applications, SMS, a way to talk to people. There's about like 19 of them through Google. And they open up and shut down, open up, shut down all the time. Google's not the company that's going to lead this revolution. However, I kind of equated this a little bit to like MoviePass, right? MoviePass was really cool when it started. But then it hit critical mass and everyone went, oh, this doesn't work anymore and this sucks. And the company's like, yeah, no, I mean, we'll fix it. And like, fuck off, MoviePass, you're dead. By the way, they're back in the news this week. We're not going to talk about it. Fuck them. But what it gave us was AMC A-List, right? It gave us the Alamo Drafthouse giving their own one. It gave Regal their own model. It pushed everybody forward. And if there's a company that can just burn a couple $1 billion, it's Google. I don't think they're the people that are going to lead this revolution. However, this is an opportunity for maybe a bigger name to come in and say, the worst part about having a console versus like a PC is every single year is an upgrade, and you've got to go buy another $400, $500 console, and then the games are backwards compatible, and all the investment you've made into this is now wiped out. Why don't we just eliminate the actual console, and instead of computer, a PC gamer where you have to build your own computer, maintain it, and while you do get the best experience comes with such a heavy price tag. Let us take that burden.
Don't talk.
We'll go for it.
Don't address PC gamers. They're immediately dismissing everything you're saying.
That's true.
First of all, you've just disrespected their rig. Don't do that. Secondly, they would never, not ever.
Oh, right.
Play on a monitor that wasn't,
it's BYOD, man. You can hook it up to an Android TV. So go for it.
What I'm saying is they're marketing for mobile PCs, tablets, phones.
Right? That's a big
laptops,
one.
tablets, phones. They're marketing for mobile.
Yeah. So I asked friend of the show, TD, what he thought about this. Just kind of want to get some general impressions. He is in the esports area, and he said, I doubt it's going to bring the big guys away from Twitch and from other services, but I could see a couple popular streamers who could maybe not get paid millions of dollars to play, but who could get some money. The developers, though, they do have the option to add some features, but has no idea how we're going to pay them. But could really kind of see this as being a way to kind of promote the platform, but not really sure what the exclusives would be and what the big draw is. So again, the technology is cool. this is not the service that's going to change it. But I think this is a way to kind of push things forward. And I know for myself, I hate investing in a console and then in another year and a half, it's obsolete.
I've had my PlayStation 4 for 5 years.
Right. But then if
6.
you wanted to get into VR, right, you had to get the PlayStation Pro. You had to switch.
No, I didn't.
To get the best interaction out of your VR experiences, you need to be on the
No,
Pro.
I didn't.
I know you didn't.
When did we get VR in this? Why are we talking about VR?
No. What I'm saying is, in order to get the best of the best, you got to upgrade. And this is it's all server side. There's no need for you to do any.
I know, but the gaming. So I'm very, very firmly about app-based gaming, and that means making every single disc available as downloadable content. The problem is that the size of that file is getting increasingly more complicated. So
it's literally like 60 gigs.
It's yes,
it is.
And so this becomes right. Like you're going to store all that on a server. It's going to be difficult. And then the users are going to download it. And if that's the case,
but no,
you're not going to be able to play on your phone or your tablet. No, you can't.
But the users don't.
CJ, you can't stream this content like that. Like games that people care about don't work like that.
Well, like the latest Assassin's Creed game is going to be on this service. And they demoed it. Someone playing it on.
Well, hang on, Josh said games that people care about.
Touche.
I did.
Touche. But
no one's cared about Assassin's Creed since Assassin's Creed 4.
This technology says no more downloads. This says no more 60 gig downloads. This is we handle it on our server side.
Then
However,
you're going to have
have
content issues.
That's fine. And that comes into where does my internet speed come into play with this, right? But the cool thing, and this is where I think, Josh, I think the excitement from you came from. They demoed someone starting a game on a console, right? Like a Chromecast, picking up a cell phone, and the game is exactly where they left off, and then moving over to a tablet. That's pretty awesome. I
love that if I'm like emulating GoldenEye from the N64, or if I'm playing, if this could be my NES Classic and I could just take a tactile controller with me and a MacBook and play The Legend of Zelda start to finish, that would be pretty amazing. But this isn't going to be that.
Get a Switch, bro. Do it that way.
No, you know why? Because I saw a grown-ass man.
I love my Switch.
On an airplane, playing a Switch, and I just thought, you have too much male pattern baldness to be doing that right now. Like, you've come on, you've outgrown it, you've outlasted your livelihood here.
Josh,
put your Switch away.
What are you saying about me? I bring my Switch to the airport.
It's not. You don't look like an old man.
That doesn't matter.
I
disagree with you entirely.
No, well, you may, but like, look, there's an age limit to where you're allowed to play a Nintendo Switch on a plane. And that age limit is probably in like your.
Does it end with teen? Is that when the age limit is?
It does.
Yeah, okay.
It ends with teen. It does.
It ends with teen.
Not on a plane.
Then that's me. I've played mine on a plane. Great.
Good God.
Right.
Like just the additional baggage it would require to bring a Switch with me. It makes me want to vomit.
Again, I think this is a larger topic kind of discussion about what does this kind of mean for what the future of gaming will be, and is this a model that may actually succeed? Again, not Google, but the idea and the technology behind it. So
I
very
agree
interested
completely, and you don't get the last word on this topic just because you don't get the last word. It is a broader discussion, but it has a whole lot more to do with is Google going to be the one that introduces it, lets people develop it, and then just buys up all those companies? Because that's how I see it. Or
that's what they do.
Is this something that Sony and Microsoft go, oh, fuck?
If any company can do it, it would be Microsoft, because they have Azure and they have all that server, so they've got that infrastructure.
Stop talking. Everyone listening should tell CJ to stop talking, and then weigh in on A, what you'd be willing to pay for a service like this, and B, who you think would be the ideal candidate to bring this to market. Really, it's not Google. I'm saying it's Sony. CJ is out of his mind.
I think it's Microsoft.
And see if a 30-year-old can bring a Switch on an airplane.
Yeah, let's go down that rabbit hole as well.
All right, Josh, this next one's yours.
So I ran across an article, came from Fortune.com, I think via Flipboard or whatever, that Bill Gates joins Jeff Bezos in the ultra exclusive Centibillionaire Club. I don't find wealth disgusting. I just think that we've got two dudes worth this much money. And look, I mean, they're both pretty altruistic and whatnots. But like, and Bezos, he's not going to be at 145 after this divorce is over, but
No way.
he's there. Right. But he's there now. But I mean, they're mega gajillionaires. And
I think you're making up words.
And I just thought someone should pay attention to that. It's not me. Like, I don't know.
Right.
There's nothing I can do, but like I can say it with my voice and say, this amount of money is unfathomable.
Someone get on this. Do some research. Pull out a spreadsheet. Figure out what's going on.
Or draw me some sort of Gantt chart that shows me how I get there. I don't care.
Someone
Whatever
write
you
the
wanna
book,
do.
please, so I can get
Yeah.
there too. Right. I want to own Whole Foods.
Yeah, this wasn't like a big, like, I didn't have a whole fancy thing planned for this, but like, I think it's important that our listeners know that both Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos are worth more than $100 billion.
And I think more importantly, if you know how to do that, and you're like, hey, I'm working on that on my side hustle, just bring us along for the ride. I mean, Entourage, we're really good at that.
Especially if it's just your side hustle. I'll wear a hat that matches my tracksuit, that matches my shoes. I'll drive you around full turtle. I'll take care of the dog.
Right.
You don't have to worry about anything.
I'll do your podcast because you're gonna have to start a podcast if you're gonna be that rich. I'll start it up. It's fine. Sounds good.
I don't know what I do in this entourage.
I'll
rent movies to you.
I was gonna say you would manage their digital library really well.
I absolutely will.
There you go. All that metadata, you'll take care of it all. My last obscure story of the day came from this. MySpace, which, hey, we all remember how popular MySpace was.
Oh, dude, my top songs were the jams.
MySpace lost all data and music photos from 2003 to 2015. Just it's gone. It's gone now. Gone forever.
Oh,
then
no.
So listen,
gone completely.
If you had formed that band with your brother or your best friend out of your garage and you uploaded it to MySpace and that's the only place where that music lived, those memories are gone forever. And by the way, you're welcome.
What about
they
like my top
been
10 list and like
gone.
all that stuff?
I think that's been gone for many years.
Is Tom still my friend?
Yes, Tom will always be your friend.
Okay, that's good.
Right.
That's all I care about. That's all I needed from MySpace.
But I was thinking about this. I know that my little brother has been in many bands in his life. And he had like one or two songs that were like mediocrely fine, right? These are like, all right, like every now and then I like to listen to it. And I think it only lived there on MySpace and now it's just gone. Which just proves that everything on the internet is only temporary, really, at the end of the day. It's very permanent, but it can just disappear.
Kind of mean to your brother. And B, I don't want you to give anybody the idea, especially if Zoe is ever listening to this. Anything you upload to the internet is completely permanent. Don't.
But what I'm saying is this: precious.
Don't
memories
upload
that aren't
anything to the internet.
All right. Let me say this.
Christian, no dick pics.
Right. A lot of the internet is permanent, but anything that you really want to keep, if you don't do anything to preserve it, could just disappear one day. It could just
still no dick pics.
Right. Still no dick pics, but like
they don't need to be preserved. But like, yeah, you're absolutely right.
Right.
Pictures,
like this show could just one day just be gone.
Pictures of my kids, things I love, they're backed up on hard drives. They're backed up on flash drives. They're backed up in several cloud services for redundancies purposes.
Yes. If it's something that you cherish, putting all your eggs in one basket, not a good idea. Figure out a way to
I've actually downloaded pictures fractals at a time onto floppy disks.
Ooh.
I'm talking about a single raw photo taking up 23 floppy disks.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Everybody can have my shit. It's all random memes from the past 20 years.
All this stuff from 2003 to 2015. Let me think. What would Brian's 2003 to 2015 look like?
A lot of Sam Raimi.
A lot of Sam Raimi. A lot of Offspring.
The Fray was on
the
there.
Fray. Yeah, I can imagine a lot of
Yellow
sad
Card.
emo mopey music too.
Yellow Card.
Wow, wait a minute.
I'm not lumping all those in. I'm not. I'm
emo.
just saying he also has the music that fits that genre. Not that those musicians fit that genre. Just
They
saying.
don't.
They don't at all. All right.
My point is, I didn't actually have anything saved on my phone that was personal until a year ago. So,
And
whatever.
Now will become more and more important as the years go on. All right, listeners, there's just a few pieces of business left. If you are interested in hearing our full exclusive spoiler cast of Captain Marvel, go over to our Patreon, become a member, and you will get the chance to listen to that episode. Also, would you kindly please share this episode with a friend, because sharing is the ultimate internet currency, and we thank you for your donation. Thank you so much for making us your walk around your neighborhood or your drive to work, and then we apologize to your neighbor as well. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you all next week.
Well, welcome to the club, because you are that kind of nerd.
Yes, because they're taking the hobbits to Isengard. Guard. Dun, 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 dun.
I think Yusuf had too much sugar cereals.
Yeah.
But can we discuss how much Brad Pitt looks like Robert Redford in this movie?
Brad Pitt has always looked like Robert Redford.
But like, it's like uncanny in this movie. It's like really.
That just means when they make the Robert Redford movie, you get Brad Pitt to play him. I'm down for that.
What's the spy movie with Robert Redford and Brad Pitt in it? Like
Spy Game. That's a great movie.
Spy Game. It's a great movie, but like Brad Pitt, you're like, oh, wait, you're the same guy. Got it.
Nah, he's much younger in that movie.
Well,
now that he's getting older, he's settling into his Redfordness.
I'm saying you could see it then. Look at the cover. Look at the jacket for Spy Game.
I own Spy Game.
I'm
Hang on.
saying look at the jacket. Hope they're alphabetical.
You know what? He's not going to be able to take it off the shelf. He doesn't have his membership card with him. You have to have it present on site in order to get something off of the shelf.
What?
Hold on, Brian, before you show it to me. I need your laminated card, please.
Yeah,
I need
we're
to
gonna
see
need
your
to see
membership
the
card
card.
before you just go. You can't just take stuff off
Not
the shelf.
a copy of the card.
Right. I need the actual card.
There's actually no disc in that box, CJ. He has to retrieve the disc from a drawer in the back.
Right.
So I'm just saying, look at the jacket and tell me they didn't
Looking at
look
the
alike back
jacket.
then. They looked alike back then. That was 01.
I guess in this picture a little bit more.
Looking at a picture in audio format.
Okay.
Good. Fun. Good.
I'll look at things on my audio podcast if I want to.
Jambalaya.
Jambalaya.
Of Captain Marvel, you need to go to our Patreon. Go become a member, and you will get exclusive access to the access. Helps if I can speak.
Access.
You'll get. You said it's not like you
CJ,
said
I'd
ad
like to
sex.
have all the access.
Who is giving this ad sex? Because it is not me. It better be you.
Oh, he said
No.
ad sex? I thought he
It
said
sounds
access.
like ad sex.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, you know what? We'll let you decide. Which one did CJ say? It's the It's the Netflix choose your own adventure of what did CJ say?
Are we talking about talking about shake weight ad sex or like Gordon Ramsay ad sex? Because I'll take the Master Chef ad sex all day.
I don't know. What's the shake weight sound like? Feel like? Look like?
It probably feels like a vigorous handshake. Is my guess.